Welcome to a beautiful morning out here at the river house. So, with all the craziness that's been going on in the world, haven't had much of a chance to work out here too much. We like most other states, have sent our kids home, and our district is making a really what I think will be award-winning. Our administration and staff those folks have done such a tremendous job feeding our kids, coming up with a lunch program, coming up with take-home curriculum so that the education doesn't stop. Well, to be a part of that has taken up a fair bit of my time. So, you know, while it's true I'm not officially teaching, haven't taught this last week, I still spent most days there at school. But regardless, I did find some time to run a little fuel. I got the old standard oil tank cleaned. I mean, as best I can. I'll put filters on the pumps, but cleaned. Diesel on the one side, got about 100 gallons of diesel. Plus I filled the excavator to the top, and gasoline on the other side. There's about 80, 85, 90 gallons of gasoline over there. Plus the dump truck's full and the backhoe is full, and that'll keep me running. It'll keep me running if stuff shuts down, but also this is the cheapest I've seen fuel in forever, so I guess to save a little money down the road. I did some work at the house. I haven't felt good really for a couple of weeks now. I'm only just now starting to feel a little better. So I've been sticking close to home, and one of the things I need to do is I need to build a sort of a grizzly chute for the rock crusher, because I'm going to need some rock without all the fines. It doesn't have to be even remotely perfect. I just less fines for the radon fill material and the drain material underneath the house. So I built this out of what I think is, I don't know, an old shipping container door or something scrounged, and then I concocted my own little grizzly. It'll sit on chains going to the back of the truck, which means it should get a nice little rumbly bounce going to it, and that'll help move things down. And then I got the knockout plate there for when I don't want it. Time will tell how long it lasts and how loud it's going to be. You know, I was for the longest time using a piece of roofing tin, and I expected to wear through that really quick, but I didn't. So this is a heck of a lot thicker than that. But yeah, I want to get the chains on this today, and to be honest, even though I don't really need the gravel right now, I want to fire it up and see what it does. I've got a bit of a mess of gravel down in here. I'm hoping to scoop that up, and I'll go spread it on the roads or something just to get this cleaned out. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with the rock crushing, you know, the powdery stuff. I don't know how much dust is going to be pouring off of this thing, so I might have to build some sort of hopper underneath, and I mean, I'm just going to direct it straight down here and scoop the pile when I need to, but I might have to build some sort of hopper to I don't know, keep that dust down, you know, use a grain sack as a conduit or something. But yeah, so I'm going to unwrap the rock crusher and see if she wants to fire for me. It's been, you know, 8-9 months since it was running. And then once I am thoroughly amused with whatever I can accomplish here, then I'm going to go up on top and get back to doing what I've been doing, and that is getting prepared for concrete forms. So, you know, I gotta clean that rock off so the concrete sticks, and maybe start drilling for rebar or whatnot. That's what we got going on today. It's a beautiful day And we're supposed to get some weather this afternoon, but it sure doesn't feel like it right now. All right, got her cleaned up underneath. This is in place. That should rattle more than enough to scoot everything out. I'm probably a little more concerned that it'll hop off, but I suppose we'll find that out in a bit. Yeah, I bumped the board so it's a little far back. I'll need to move it back out again. I'm thinking that I wanted this far enough that it could fall straight down, make it easy to scoop, but I'm worried it might be a little too far out. We'll find out. It's either going to work good enough for what I'm doing, or it's going to be an utter dismal failure. You can place your bets in the comments down below. Alright, well, let's get this old girl unwrapped and see if we can get it started for the first time in, I don't know, 8 months or so. Well, my compliments to Chinese industry. But it sure does look like that thing's flopping around a fair bit. Let's see what happens when we rev her up and start crushing. I mean, it seems to work okay. The crushed rock gets stuck in the little grate more than I would like. But that's more than clean enough for my purposes. More than clean enough for my purposes. So I think that'll work fine. Oh man. I don't really feel very good. So I might skip off the hard labor of digging and cleaning foundation. I might just play with the rock crusher for a bit and then maybe go home early. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. It's a beautiful day though. Beautiful day. Well, I think I'm pretty done. I've started to actually sweat through my coat, so clearly I'm not well yet. Not well at all, but I have a feeling that I'll feel a whole lot better, and my body really needed this pounding to get itself in gear. My little clip-on sheet doesn't work. It causes the whole chute to plug up. So my idea of only using the grizzly when I need it, it doesn't work at all with this system, and I didn't make it easy to remove, so I couldn't switch back to my other one. But that's what it's filtered out. Crusher grindings. Nothing's broken yet. We are just starting to take the paint off. So, a nice polish on there. This needs to be a little longer. Not too much longer though, but just a little longer. But I bet I could bolt something on. Anyways, it seemed to work okay. Oh. You know, this whole idea of this machine is it's kind of like when I bought the high-speed camera. It was a toy, not a practicality, and Lord knows this is definitely not worth doing in any sort of financial sense, but it is somewhat satisfying to make my own gravel, and later when I'm done and over with it, I should be able to sell it for more than I paid for it, the rock crusher, because what a huge pain in the butt it is to try to import small ones like this. Doing it again, I think go talk to the guys at Baker Mining and Metals. They're the ones that I know that do the importing for you. You know, I figure, I don't remember what I got in this, like 3,000, 4,000, and a comparable from them is probably going to be closer to 10 or 12, but still, at least you can order parts. But yeah, I ran it. I got rid of that entire pile of rock, and then I grabbed a bunch of that. I grabbed a bunch of stuff at the end of the old slide, which needs to be cut up and burned, and put it through. I broke the hammer, so I couldn't size anything that was too big. I'm just done. I can show you what I did. I just graveled the driveway. It was a completely pointless thing for me to be doing, but it did feel good to do it. It felt good to come out and do a pointless bit of work. The wind kicked up and it started to scour a riverbed down over there, and it puts this very beautiful light blue topaz, but now it's kind of mixed, this whole section through here. So I should have filmed it when it was the blue streaks coming up. That's just the silt, the same stuff right here, basically ground up by the river, getting thrown up into the water. I need to take Shay down, and since we're locked out of school, I realized I've never taken him fishing. I told my brother he could bring his kids up, and we'd shout back and forth over the road rather than get close to each other. But I realized I'd never actually taken Shay out, so I really need to do that. There's supposedly some good trout over in that section, and pike over there. And in theory, I got banks that do it all, so I could do this without being on the water, you know, just some spinners or whatnot. But yeah, here, I'll go show you what I did, and I think I'm going home. That's what I got done. That's what I accomplished. Not a lot in the grand scheme of things. So, let me get out of the wind here for a bit. Like I said, I think that's a wrap for us. You know, I truly hope that you guys are doing okay. I would implore you to trust science, trust the doctors. I think we've come accustomed to a world without the big uglies in it anymore. You know, without the fear of polio and typhus and plague, and you know, we have forgotten our instinctive fear of those things, and so the idea of taking them seriously seems somewhat ridiculous. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I haven't seen a single media report telling me to panic. I've just seen media reports telling me to wash my hands, stay inside, and be calm. I'm hoping that you're all paying attention to the doctors and the scientists. Remember that they are people who got into a position because they love it. The idea that all doctors are ignorant or in on it is just physically not possible. One or two, sure, but anywhere even remotely approaching 5% is probably absolutely ridiculous. Doctors and scientists get into their positions because they love the things they do, in the same way that we all have something that we love. So please take it serious. You know, as psychologically uplifting as it might be to give the great big FU to all these people, and just take it serious. It's important to Shay and I that you guys are around to watch the house get finished. But clearly I wasn't ready to come out and work, so I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home, take a shower, and maybe lay on the floor with the kid and do some of his homework. Thanks for watching.